Very good morning, students. Today we are taking the topic that is the types of vector. In previous videos, we have already learned what is the meaning of vector, and we also explain their direction ratio and direction cosine. Also, we give the definition of vector and scalar quantities. So now, next extend our topics, that is types of vector. Let's see. So in types of vector, we see different type of the vector depending on the magnitude and direction. According to magnitude and direction, we can define the vector in different terms. So first one is the zero vector. First definition is right for zero vector. So as meaning is already clear. Zero vector. So a vector having magnitude as a 0 is called as a zero vector or null vector, or you can say whose initial and terminal point coincide. If the initial and terminal point of a vector are coincide, then this vector is called coincide. Like suppose we can say this is the vector AB. We know that AB is the vector whose initial point is A and terminal point is B. Clear? Now say if these two coincide, means if B coincide with A, so both will coincide here, A and B. So as you can see, there is no magnitude or there is no length. This AB, if reduced to 0 or length of AB is 0, then B coincide with A. So such type of vectors are known as zero vector, or we also called zero vector or null vector. Also we call null vector, and its magnitude is 0. Magnitude means length or any quantity which represent this vector, that should be 0. So zero vector cannot be assigned a definite direction. It has no definite direction. It has no definite direction. Like suppose this point. In this point, we cannot say in which direction this point is indicate. Directionless. Clear? So have no definite direction. So such type of vector is known as zero, and it is denoted by 0, and above that we take a arrow. So that is zero vector. Clear? Or alternately, otherwise it may be regarded as having any direction. You may say this is a directionless, or it may have any direction, like in this direction or this direction or this direction, or any direction may be there, or you can say directionless. So this is about the zero vector. Or you may write like A vector, initial, B vector, like this. So this is known as zero vector. So here are two important things. In the zero vector, its magnitude is 0 and it has no particular or definite direction or directionless, or it may be have any direction. So such type of vectors is known as unit vector, zero vector. Now second say unit vector. So again name itself explain its definition. Unit vector. Unit is 1. So it is clear that the vector whose magnitude is unity or 1. A vector whose magnitude is unity or 1. Unity means we can say 1. Is called a unit vector. Is called a unit vector. So this is the definition, very easy or simple, or one sentence only. The vector having magnitude as 1 unit is called a unit vector, and unit vector in the direction of a given vector. A unit vector in the direction of the given vector. So the direction of the unit vector depend on the direction of any particular given vector A. So a unit vector in the direction of the given vector A is denoted by A cap. We read it as A cap. A means the given vector or in the direction of the given vector, and here A cap represent as the unit vector. This is the symbol of unit vector. Like suppose you can say vector B cap. So B cap is the unit vector in the direction of the given vector B. So here a special thing is this, that the unit vector have always magnitude as 1 unit, but the direction will be in the same as the given vector B or given vector A. So this is. So we can find unit vector in the direction of the given vector. Now third one, co-initial vectors. Third point is that co-initial vector. Co-initial. So name itself again co-initial. Initial means starting or co means same. So two or more vector having the same initial point. So you may write definition: two or more vectors having same initial point. Initial points are called co-initial vectors. So very easy definition for the co-initial vector. The vector having the initial point same, that are known as co-initial vectors. Clear? So you may take like this. Suppose we have a vector here. This is A B or A C or A D or A E. All are known as co-initial vectors. Why we call these co-initial vectors? Because all have the same initial point. Initial point is A, vector AB, vector AC, vector AE, and vector AB. So all these vectors are known as co-initial vectors as they have the same initial points. So collinear. So again by the geometry we know the definition of a collinear means in the same line. Like we are talking about the point, they are lying on the same. Now vector are there. So the vector lies on the same line means they may be parallel or lie on the same. So you may write definition for the collinear vector. Two or more vector are said to be collinear if they are parallel to the same line. So you may write down definition: two or more vectors are said to be collinear vectors if they are parallel to same line or vector. All vector which are or those are parallel to the same line irrespective of their magnitude and direction. Irrespective their magnitude and direction. Direction and magnitude may be different, but they have possessed the same property that they are parallel to each other. Like you can say, if we are taking a line, this is line L. So any vector which is parallel to this one, like suppose this vector A or this vector B or this vector C or this vector D or this vector E. So all are known as collinear vector. Collinear means all these vector A is parallel to L, vector E is parallel to L, B is parallel to L, C is parallel to L and D. So you may say all these vectors like vector A, B, vector C or vector D or vector E have different magnitude as well as different direction. Like vector A direction toward this side, vector A, vector B and vector C. All three have same direction, but their magnitude is different. Suppose this is 3 cm, then this is 4 cm, or this is 3.5 cm, and again you can see the vector D, whose direction is opposite to the vector A, B and C, and also magnitude is 5 unit or more than the magnitude of other vectors. Similarly, vector E, magnitude is suppose 1 unit, then direction is opposite to A, B, C. So what we call here collinear vector, the vector having parallel to the given any line or a vector, but irrespective of their magnitude and direction. So here we are not seeing the magnitude and vector. We see either the given vector is a parallel to the given line or not. So such type of vectors are known as collinear vectors. So next is equal vectors. Fifth one is the equal vectors. So name itself, equal vectors, two vector A and B are said to be equal vector if they have the same magnitude and direction regardless of the position of their points. So here again we see two important properties for the equal vector. They have the same magnitude and direction. The two vectors are said to be equal vectors if they have same magnitude and direction. regardless their initial or terminal point, or you can say regardless of the position of their position of initial point. Initial point may be different. Regardless of their position of initial point means they have the different initial point. But important thing, they should be have same magnitude and same direction. So such type of vectors are known as equal and written as we write vector A equal to vector B. Vector A equal to vector B. Clear? This is the symbolical representation of the two equal vectors. Whenever you find two vectors are written in this form, vector A equal to vector B, then it means both the vector have same magnitude, like 5 unit of this length, then 5 unit of this. If direction from north to south, then they are also north to south, regardless of the position of their initial point. Then you have negative of a vector. Negative of a vector. Negative of a vector. So again name negative of a vector means we have find the negative means direction opposite to the given vector. A vector whose magnitude is the same as that of the given vector, but direction is opposite. So a vector whose magnitude is the same as given vector means both the vector have magnitude same as given vector, but direction is opposite to the direction of the given vector. So definition is very easy. That says negative of a vector means a vector whose magnitude is same as the given vector. Means vector A 5 unit and B is also 5 unit. But the direction is just opposite to this given vector. Like suppose given vector from north to south, then our required vector will be from south to north. Is called negative vector or negative of a given vector. Negative of a vector. Of a vector. Clear? And it is denoted by BA. So you can say vector BA is a negative vector of vector AB. This is very important. We have written the initial and terminal point. Vector BA is a negative of the vector AB. Because in the vector given vector AB, you know that initial point is A and terminal point is B. So if you interchange terminal and initial, then direction will change. So vector BA is a negative of the vector AB. So in this way, one may also written as, also you can write vector BA is equal to minus of vector AB. Clear? So these vectors, whatever we are defined here, defined above are such that any of them may be. These vectors you can subject to its parallel displacement without changing its magnitude and direction. And we call all these 6 type of vector as a free vector. We call all these 6 type free vectors because their position is not fixed. We are not fixing any initial or terminal point. That's why these vectors are known as free vector. Only we are seeing here the direction and magnitude. Depending on these we have differentiate the vector. That's why these are known as a free vector. And throughout this chapter we will be dealing with the free vector only. So in our syllabus we are taking the free vectors. Means we see only the magnitude and the direction. So we may take some example of this type. So problem states that represent graphically. You have to represent with the help of graph. Graph means not always you have to draw the graph paper. It may be in plain paper. So represent graphically a displacement. Now word displacement is given. That's why it's have direction as well as magnitude. Clear? Of 40 kilometer. So you know that if you represent the directions in general, we know that this is north, south, east and west. And you already know the direction according to our geographical system, and this is our mathematical. If you take the origin. Now what say west of south, 30 degree west of south. So this is the south. This is direction represent south. Now 30 degree west. West is this. So from south to west. West of south. So when we move from south to west, that should be 30 degree and displacement will be. This is the angle should be 30 degree from south to west, and displacement means cover some distance of what? 40 kilometer. So this length should be 40 kilometer, right? This length is we are taking as 40 kilometer. So what we see, this length of the point P from the origin is 40 kilometer and direction of west or south. We are moving south to west. So this is the displacement. So you can represent here the vector OP represent the required displacement. The vector OP represent required displacement. So we give the direction as well as magnitude. Now second say example, classify the following measures as example second. Classify the following measures and scalars and vector. So you have to identify which one is the vector and which one is the scalars. So first is given as 5 seconds. 5 seconds. So you know that second is the unit of time. Unit of time. And we have already discussed there is no direction in the time. Only we are saying 5 seconds. So that's why it is a scalar. Time is a scalar quantity. You may write second 1000 cubic centimeter. This is the volume. 1000 cubic. Because this is the volume, unit is cubic. Either centimeter, meter or other may be there. But cubic is there. So it's a volume. So volume again is scalar. There is no direction. So we may write this as a scalar quantity. Clear? Then third one is 10 Newton. 10 Newton. And you know that this is the unit of force. And force means we have direction. In which direction we are applying the force. That's why it is a vector quantity. Force is a vector quantity. Magnitude as well as the direction is there. That's why it is a vector quantity. Then you have 10 G per cubic centimeter. 10 gram per cubic. So mass upon volume. Mass upon volume is the density. In physics you know that. Mass upon volume, that is density. This is fifth part. Fourth left. Fifth is 10 gram per cubic centimeter. Mass upon velocity. Density. So here also this is the scalar because there is no direction. And fifth part is 30 kilometers per hour. 30 kilometers per hour. So this is the speed. Unit of the speed. We know that unit of the speed is kilometer per hour or meter per second, like this. So this is the speed and there is again no direction. So it is also scalar. Then sixth one, which is the 20 meter per second, 20 meter per second toward north. So direction is also given. So that's why if direction as well as speed is given, which is the velocity. Clear? And we know that velocity is the vector quantity. Which is vector quantity. So in this way, one can easily identify either the given quantity or physical quantity is a vector quantity or scalar quantity. Now next is third example we can discuss. That say in the figure which of the following vectors. So we are given a figure like this. Here different vectors are given. Points are C, D. Vector C, not this point is given. Here vector C is given. Vector D is given. This is vector D. And vector B is given. Direction is important as well as magnitude. This is vector A. This is its magnitude. Clear? Now problem says which of the vectors are. Question may be right. Which of the vectors are. So we have already defined the definition. According to definition, we can differentiate collinear vector. So collinear vectors are the vector which are parallel to same line. So you may see that vector A is parallel to vector C and also parallel to vector D. Vector D and D are parallel. That's why collinear vector are A, C and D. And second part says equal vectors. Equal vectors having the same magnitude and direction. So only vector A and vector C. So answer you write vector A equal to C. And third one says co-initial point, vector having same point, that is vector B, vector C and vector D. So co-initial vector. Answer will be vector B, vector C and vector D. So these vectors are known as co-initial vector. Why these are called co-initial? Because all have the same initial points. That's why we call these are the co-initial. So depending upon their position or magnitude or direction, we can differentiate the vector in different parts. So dear student, this is all for today's video. You may continue with us for next. We see important topics, that is the vector addition or properties of the vectors, which is very important. We see in later one. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.